Alright, it's your boy xBenv0liox back here playing another game of Total War Warhammer 2. This time it's the Lizard Men being led by me, xBenv0liox, and the Beastmen being led by a player called Reastbook. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. So ever since the Prophet and the Warlock came out and all those Skink and Salamander units were added, I thought it'd be really cool to make like a quote-unquote Charmander army. Yes, code name Charmander, with heavily focused on Skinks and also including at least one Salamander. So I've got an ancient Salamander in the back. You can see him down. You can see him back there, kind of wiggling about, kind of itchy to get going. And I've got a whole bunch of red Crested Skinks, Skink skirmishers, etc., and just a couple of Saurus units just to kind of even it out. But we'll take a look. Let's take a look at the army, what I'm rocking. Let's start with the ancient Salamander here. Armored, armor piercing, and causes terror. So he's got a missile attack where he just shoots out this giant fireball in a great arc, and it causes massive damage, like 429 missile damage. Now, I didn't actually use that so effectively in this game. I think I might try this army again and try and get more missile work done with him, but because he got bogged down in melee quite a bit, but even in melee he managed to fight his way through and last out, although he was kind of depleted by the end. But like, it's just a beautiful model. He's gonna be our Charmeleon. He's our Charmeleon in the Charmander army. And then the front line, the other aspect of that makes it Charmandery to me, is the red Crested Skinks, because they're red lizards. It's like Charmander, right? So yeah, red Crested Skinks. I tried these in smaller numbers. I didn't like them. They're a bit squishy, but I thought, you know, just massing them, just having a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of red Crested Skinks might help improve their performance. As well, just to kind of make the army just a little bit more solid. I've got 2 groups of Saurus spears, one on each flank, shielded, and 1 group of Saurus with clubs, with Aztec typey clubs out in the front. Yeah, just to kind of make the infantry line just a little bit more solid in the face of all those beastmen. In the back line, I've got 2 groups of Skink skirmishers with javelins. Okay, so they're going to be pitching their javelins with their poison attacks, and they're shielded as well. Well, that's nice, isn't it? So I got 2 groups of them, kind of support coming in behind the infantry advance, and a group of Croxagores to just add some more meat and anchor to that line. Hopefully get stuck in with the red Crested Skinks and be fighting the same battles, kind of supporting them, and using the red Crested Skinks to fill up their hitbox and preventing them from taking too much damage. Over here on each flank, I'm trying the Skink skirmishers again. I didn't like them in the last one. I'm playing a more Croxagar based build. I don't like them in that, but you know, Skink Charmander army calls for Skinks, many Skinks, so I went with some Skink skirmishers. You can notice that the color, I think, is a little bit different. Usually they're blue, but they're a bit green and orange in this one because this is the cult of Sotek, a sub-faction of the Lizard Men. It's the one that's led by Tehenoen, and it's the faction that got released in the Prophet and the Warlock. So there's a group of Skink skirmishers like that on either flank. And of course, as always, the gentleman's choice, the Fire Leech Bolas, my favorite flying unit. Just to, well, I can't get, come on. Yeah, just to do that anti-infantry damage, you know, splash some, just get some focus fire on the best scores. Got to keep them out of range of the range units he's brought, though, but they'll be good for just softening up his infantry. And I got a group of Skink skirmishers, Vanguard deployed over there. So that's basically it. Oh, and my commander is no legendary lord, just a really low cost red Crested Skink chief. He can pop a buff adding to his melee defense and attack. I think it's Warrior's Crest or something like that. He's armor piercing anti-large with poison attacks. Didn't know that about him. Didn't look close enough. I just looked at him as money factors. Like, that's a cheap lord. That lets me build a more diverse army because I don't have to spend too much on a lord. So I went with him just for the cheapness. Don't really look at his stats too much, but anti-large, that's good to know. It's good to know. I'll have to employ that better next time. Could use him against these Cygors, because let's take a look at my opponent's army. It's a Beastmen army. He's got a Cygor there, probably about to start pitching a rock. So here he goes. He's winding up, doing the shot put. Missed a Cygor. It's like a Cyclops, but a Minotaur. Yeah, look at that. Isn't he pleasant? Look at that. And he's just going to pitch it. Pitch it. Come on. Throw the rock. Throw the rock. Throw the rock. So, ow, nasty. That's going to collide with my Skinks. So he's got the Cygor, basically mobile artillery unit. Armor piercing, special range weapon, causes terror and no force penalty, so you can just push through the woods, I guess. So that rock's going to be flying. Where is it? There it is, flying over my pterodons into my Skinks already. I'm advancing with the Fire Leech Bolas. I originally thought to just chuck some Fire Leeches is the Cygor, but I thought that's dumb because he's not infantry. The ideal thing for the Fire Leech Bolas is to be hucking those exploding leeches into clumps of infantry. So of course I thought better of that, luckily in time. I'm immediately able to get my Skink skirmishers on the flank of his line, firing into this group here, Koroks Man Rippers, a group of Bestigors, Bestigor herd. Bestigors are like the highest tier Beastmen infantry, and these ones have halberds. They're armored, armor-piercing, anti-large, and they're a regiment of renown. And I'm able to open up almost immediately with my Skink skirmishers downhill, kind of a nice little, taking some nice little pot shots there. And the poison attack's going to be slowing them down. Maybe not doing too much, but they're in range, and I can get the shots for free, basically, for now, unless he turns them. But then that draws him away from the main line, which is good. And then he's got another Bestigor herd moving inwards. No chevrons in that at all. Armored, armor piercing. By the way, my whole army has double chevrons. I managed to do that, so they're all slightly better than regular unit stats. I was pretty proud of that, juggling my gold. All right, Bestigor herd, armored, armor piercing. No anti-infantry buff or anything like anti-infantry bonus or anything like that, though. Excuse me. But they're nasty. They're basically the top tier. Pretty sure they're top tier Beastmen infantry. Nasty pieces of work. Nasty. Got all those horns and armor and stuff and big old axes. He's got Gore Raiders, I believe 2 groups of them. Okay, so that's two groups of regular Bestigors, 1 regiment of renown, Koroks Man Rippers, a group of Gore Raiders, really basic archery infantry, able to move pretty quickly and fire their arrows. He's got another Destroyers of the Drakwold, another regiment of renown. They're purple Ungors, spear infantry, shielded anti-large, charge defense against large foes and poison attacks, and they're getting some Fire Leech Bolas right now. Woohoo! Ow! Roasty. Roast him. That's good. That's good. That's a good target. Gore Raiders, one of the firing back on my pterodons. That's not good though. He's got a regular Gore Spearman herd, so just chaff. Oh, not even shielded. Just like really basic Beastman unit. Nothing. My red Crested Skinks should mash them, I hope. Although my red Crested Skinks are armor piercing, so that's maybe not ideal for them. And then he's got a Centaurs with great weapons, Bestial Cavalry. So basically, Beastmen equivalent to cavalry, Centaurs with great weapons. They're very fast with armor piercing and vanguard deployment. Got 1 group of those with the halberds and so that's Centaurs with great weapons and regular Centaurs. So and 2 groups of regular Centaurs, 1 group of Centaurs with great weapons. So basically a lot of cav, an Gore Spearman herd and a regular Gore Spearman herd. So it's kind of interesting. He's got that Cygor, and he's got a Shaman here as well, a Brave Shaman of the Wild, able to cast some buffs on its own troops, and I believe some offensive spells, Flock of Doom, etc. against my troops, on a Razor Gore Chariot. That pig is sick. Somebody take that to a vet. That is, it's infected with something. Needs some vitamin C. All right, I don't know if pigs need vitamin C. And his lord is Morgor the Shadowgave, just on foot. And Morgor's really annoying because he can summon Chaos Spawn and other things. And the Grey Shaman, I believe, as well can summon Cygors, which is really annoying. So he's able to summon a bunch of monstrous units, which are really annoying. But all right, so that's that. Let's see how this goes. So the Skirmishers and Fire Leech Bolas filing in. The Cygor still hucking rocks. Let's check how much damage this rocks does. I'm going to be pulling those pterodons out of the out of fire soon, I hope, because that's not really good. Oh man, that's quite noisy. Oh, boom! Ooh, splattering some poor skinkies everywhere. All right, there's my Salamander firing in. Ooh, that's not a bad target for him. I guess if I can keep him, I got the Salamander firing at the Cygor, which I think is fairly smart because he's armored. Is that Cygor's not armored, but still I think it's decently effective. He summoned another Cygor into my advancing Skinks, which is not so good for them. But I've got this group of Saurus Spears. Advancing, they've got the anti-large bonus, so they'll bring that to bear against the Cygor. Everything advancing. Where is everything? The Croxagors are right where I want them. In with the Saurus Warriors with shields, and in with the red Crested Skinks. So filling up their hitboxes. Gonna mash these Destroyers of the Drakwold pretty nicely. Ooh, yeah, ow, already at half health. So ramming through them quite nicely. The Brave Shaman Wild's got a nice rear charge into my Saurus Mace Infantry, my Saurus with shields. The Pterodon Riders firing at the Archers, but pulling out because they're just taking too much abuse. I don't need to do that. I can just get free shots at the Koroks Man Rippers or the Bestigor herd who are chewing into this group of red Crested Skinks. So I'm going to pull them back and fire it. And the Skink skirmishers just still raining poison darts, basically unopposed in Korok's Man Rippers. Let's check over on the other flank. We've got the Centigores have disrupted my Skink cohort with javelins. My Skink skirmishers probably going to be firing into them in a second. My Salamander's been surrounded by the Centigores as well, so I'm going to have to try and rescue him as soon as I get a chance. He's going to be fighting them, but with those, I think is that the great weapons? Yeah, they're going to be doing some nasty damage. The javelins are firing in, but I believe I bring them into melee combat to help the Salamander. This group of Saurus Spears over here, I don't know what they're doing. I eventually bring them back, I don't know. The Summon Cygor, what's happened to it? That's another Summon Cygor. Oh my god, Cygors. And this guy hasn't taken too much abuse because he shut down my Salamander firing into it. Managed to make destroys the Drakewald route, chasing them off with the red Crested Skinks, who are going to run back there, and then I just forget about them, which is really annoying. So the Saurus Warrior Shield still engaging. Chaos Spawn being summoned by Morgar. Bleh, look at those things, they're nasty. I don't want to deal with it. Oh, let's turn off the information. The best score is getting stuck in with the my red Crested Skink Chief. Gonna pop a buff there. Maybe I already have. The Saurus Spears against the Chaos Spawn, that's good. But the best scores, nasty situation. But my Pterodons are right where they want to be, firing into infantry blobs, completely unopposed. Yeah, that's good. Blow them up. Just, yeah, good. And Korok's Man Rippers basically been nicely dealt with. I've got these Skinks parked out here. I gotta bring them in, though. There we go. That's right. There we go. As soon as I say that, thank God. Firing in with the Fire Leech Bolas. Against those best scores, that's good. That's where they want to be. The Croc scores have decided to gang up on the Cygor, but they're losing. That Cygor is just OP. He's just so much bigger than them. They're not going to be able to do as much as I'd like them to do, but they're at least stopping him from hucking bloody rocks, which is really annoying. The Fire Leech Bullet is just splattering everything, so the center position here is a bit overwhelmed. The best score herd is a bit overwhelmed. Red Crested Skinks chasing down these Centigores with great weapons. I think I'm going to bring the Pterodons to bear on the Centigores, chunk them down a bit, and try and chase them off, kind of end his mobility. Salamander seems to have been freed up, able to fire in. Boom! Able to fire in against those Bestigores. That's good. So he's getting some shots off. Good old Charmeleon. Use your flamethrower attack! Come on, Charmander army. The Centigores over here, though, messing up my skirmishers and bringing the javelins in to chase them off. But and the other group charging in, gonna get a nice rear charge against my red Crested Skinks. Ooh, gonna delete that unit probably. That's gonna be the end of that guy. Those guys, they're gonna be dead. Yeah, they're totally surrounded. But they're making a nice blob for my Fire Leech Bolas though, to pile up some damage, soften them up. And then if these guys run into the Saurus Spears, they're gonna get chewed up. If the Saurus Spears are still at decent health, which it looks like they are. Another Chaos Spawn. Oh my God. Okay, so the Croc scores have been joined by the Saurus Spears, and that's going to be good. And the Red Crested Skink bringing that anti-large bonus to bear on the Cygor. He's going to get bully circled now and delete him. So annoying. The Salamander I brought right into contact with Morgar the Shattergave. Maybe I should have had him in range, but it just couldn't get a clean shot at anything. I didn't want to do any friendly fire, so I brought him right into Morgar's face. And the Pterodons have landed, chasing the Centigores around, not giving the Centigores a chance to rest, so I'm just going to menace them off the map, I hope. Cygor's broken. However, we got a Bestigore group and a Gore Raiders coming back in. Yeah, it's Bestigore's charging in, Gore Raiders charging in. Gonna collide with the Saurus Shields here. But it looks like I gave the Saurus Shields the order to chase down these archers, because I'm getting really annoyed at the archers. The Croc scores would have been a much better target for that, and they're rallying, so hopefully I can remember to bring them back in. But so the best scores have gotten tangled up with the Saurus Spears. How are the Saurus Spears doing? They're winning, and they are losing. Gore Raiders, free from any repercussions. Maybe I'll bring something to bear on them anyway. But Bully circling Morgar here, got a group of Saurus Spears, the Salamander, and the Saurus Warriors with shields. Just parked there though, actually, because I thought they were engaged with Morgar, but come on, Bully circle him, please. Bully circle him. Yeah, they're all just parked here. Oh, that's so annoying. They just don't automatically attack. See, I wish like units had automatic aggro like they do in StarCraft. That would be great, but because like that's really annoying because you think they're all there and you think they're doing something, but they're just you gotta actually manually make sure they're actually attacking the guy even if they're right in his face, which is like what happened to a group of Skinks back here. They just stood there getting shot in the face because I'd forgot about them and forgotten to get the order to explicitly attack that other unit. But like, that's the game. It's micromanagement, really micromanagement intensive game. Have I brought the Croxigors back in? Where are my Croxigors? Where are me Croxigors? Oh, they've rallied. They've routed from something, and I've got a group of Skink Corps with javelins just parked out there. Pterodon's coming in though, so now basically it's just a game of bullying Morgur. Somehow managed to pull this one off. I guess just overwhelming infantry. His summons couldn't save him, so I mean, whatever. So that's Charmander army. Charmander army for the win. Obviously some problems, but hopefully I'll be able to use that more effectively, and I'll tweak the build a little bit. Let's check the kill count. Let's check the kill count here. So 28 on my red crested skink chief, 32, 15, 33, 153 on these two red crested skinks. Good. Charmander used flamethrower attack. It was super effective. 34 kills on the Salamander, 73 kills on the Croxigors, 87 and 72 on the Pterodon Riders, 92 on this group of Saurus Spears, 30 on this Saurus Warriors with Shields, because they're just parked there. Like, the micro in this game sometimes gets you. It's like, I just wish they had automatic unit micro. Maybe there's a mod for that, I don't know, but to me it's just like I want to play the vanilla because it just doesn't seem right to... I don't know, I don't like mods. I mean, like, I want to play the standard. I want to play the game the way it was designed to be played. Maybe there's a mod with automatic aggro. If anybody knows that, just let me know. Like, where units will just automatically attack things that are in their face. So his Ungors were not very effective at all. They got 9 and 6 kills respectively. The Destroyers of the Drakewald got just deleted by that Croxgar and Red Skink charge right at the beginning. The best scores did alright, 84-72 on the standard group, 17 on the Koroks Man Rippers, who were taking that skirmisher fire right from the beginning, 88 on this group of Ungor Raiders, 0 on this one though. 201 kills on the Senegors. He used his Senegors really well. The Senegors with, not even the Senegors with great weapons, just this particular group of regular Senegors. Chasing down the skirmishers, I guess, lots of skinks. 91 kills on the Cygor. But Charmander won the day. My fire-type Pokemon is stronger than your leaf-type Beastmen, Reastbook. Alright, so that's that for now. Alright. It's your boy XBenv0liox for the boys back home. Keep it real.